But yeah, anyways, I guess I can make a small introduction if I'm on the stream now.
Yep. You're.
Alright, so this is F-Zero Climax, the last F-Zero game to be released over 10 years ago now. It was only released in Japan, unfortunately, because it's a pretty good game. It's a very complicated game and very fast game. But if you played any of the other two GBA F-Zero games, it definitely shares a lot of the basic techs, the blast tapping and the strafing and the drifting and all that kind of stuff. But what's very different about this game is the boost system. It works in the same way as in GP Legend, where your power drains as much as when you boost. However, you will also get an additional boost, a boost fire each lap, which can put you up to really high speed. So that's the main tech of this game, I guess. But yeah, I guess I'll just start the speed run. So give me a sec here. So yeah, I'll just count down then.
Whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello.
Alright, there we go. Didn't screw up the menus. Oh, it's Naglaria?
Yep.
Oh, hey. Yeah, so in this game you want to use the Crazy Bear. That's the fastest vehicle. There are some exceptions where you want to use other vehicles, but yeah, Crazy Bear is OP in this game.
Are there any cups where Twin Narita could potentially be faster?
Yes. The second one, there's a track where the only Twin Narita can do the full shortcut, and that saves a lot of time. So that one could potentially be faster. Anyways, so now I got the boost fire here on the second lap, and I want to take all the dash plates on the second lap because that will put me up to top speed quicker. On lap 3 you want to avoid those if you have top speed, because then you can take shorter routes on the track. And yeah, the traffic in this game is in the way a lot for this speedrun, so that can be a bit annoying sometimes. But yeah, very short tracks in this game, only 3 laps, so I think that's cool.
Yep, Maximum Velocity and Grand Prix Legend was both used 5 laps per track, right?
Yeah. For Maximum Velocity it feels good to have that, because of its boost system where you get only 1 boost per lap. For GP Legend though, you lose your power and then you don't have any boost for like 2 laps, and like it's not as it doesn't feel as good.
I really like Climax runs because like as soon as you hit boost laps, you're boosting pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Going at like insane speed.
The exception would be the later tracks where you have to sometimes save your boost, like in the Platinum Cup.
Another thing that's cool about Climax is like the sheer amount of content where each difficulty, like Novice, Master, it'll have different tracks on each like cup. So like on F-Zero Central, it's like there's times for like each individual track on each difficulty, just because they're all different tracks. There's a lot of gameplay in this game.
Yeah, and tomorrow I'll do another run of Climax, which will be completely blind actually, of the Master difficulty, those tracks, so that's gonna be interesting.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure at all if I can even make it, but we'll see.
Well, it's like it'll demonstrate like if someone's knowledgeable of the game at a very like advanced level, what that would look like if they're playing new tracks.
So this track got a huge shortcut you can do, but it's not very Morrison friendly, and I haven't really practiced it, but I do intend to try and implement it in the future though. But otherwise it's a pretty long track, it's not much going on with it.
Meg, apparently your mic is kind of low.
okay, I can try and fix that myself. It's probably on my end, definitely.
Driving pretty sloppy here in the start. Still shaken up with a loss from Edward. But yeah, you go pretty fast in this game. It's you definitely have to be quick about like avoiding these traffics, and it's very hard to do that perfectly. So you're bound to make some crashes sometimes.
Also, the checkpoint system in this game, like, it's really lenient. You can jump to like any section of track.
Yeah, that's true.
It won't kill you.
And like you can cut the finish line a lot. You don't have to land before the finish line. You can just cut it in the air, so that's very useful.
Like I know, in, like I think it's the same in Grand Prix Legends. There's the level Caterpillar based off lateral shift, where there's like a big shortcut where you can just essentially do like a small circle around the.
Yeah. Surprisingly, there aren't really any huge shortcuts like that in this game, as far as I know. At least I haven't played through all of them, but yeah, there's still a lot of shortcuts.
Yeah, I remember you were mentioning the one with Twin Narita that Richard Taro has the record on, where it's like you have to go backwards in the level for the fast lap record, but
Yeah.
you can beat the whole lap in like 3 seconds.
Yep.
You have to like do a big crazy setup. There's lots of really cool stuff in this game like that.
So the next track is the last track of the first cup, and nothing special about this one either, really. There's some mines here that you don't want to hit. In contrast to other F-Zero games where you want to hit the mines, you actually don't want to hit them in this game. Oh yeah, and whenever I go through these turns, I'm pressing down. That gives me a greater angle when drifting and makes it easier to take the turns. So that's something you have to use a lot, basically in each turn. Oh man. Oh, and I died. So if you die in this game, you actually get put back on the track. So it's like Lakitu. Yeah, only in novice difficulty, but like in Lakitu in Mario Kart. So that's, you don't have to like be afraid of taking a shortcut like in other games, F-Zero games. So that's the end of the first cup, and let's move on to the second. So yeah, this game got a lot of settings as well, which you can see there briefly. There's a lot of settings and different combinations you can do, and like it surprises me really how many different settings you want to use in this game for different tracks. It's yeah, there's a lot of depth with that, I think, and a lot of stuff that hasn't really been figured out either, because no one basically plays this game.
Does BPA have times on Climax?
Yes, and he has some world records still as well.
Okay. For the Game Boy games, like the main names I think of are Richard Taro, BPA, and you.
Yes, then there's TBK as well. Alright, so this track actually got a shortcut. See if I can do it. Alright, I got it. So doing it on the second lap is not too difficult, but doing it on the third is a whole different story because of the traffic. So we'll see how this goes. Oh my god. Maybe. Yeah, I made it. Okay, I'm very happy with that.
I like watching the mini map, like the dot. Like even during shortcuts, just the way it's like it's moving so crazy fast, and just the computer in comparison is just like lazily going along.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm quite happy with that because I've never made it actually twice like that. So
Nice one, man. Congratulations.
yeah,
Going
first
for the
time.
big risks.
Then I died after that, but that was okay. I didn't lose too much.
Another thing with drifting is like when you're boosting, you can maintain really high speeds, like 18, 1900.
Yeah, and that's basically the challenge. Like the first part is to get to high speed as quickly as possible to get it with the dash plates, and then once you have it, you need to keep it, and that can be very hard to do, especially on turns with very tight corners, which will come later. Also about this game is that you need to manually time the boosting. You can't just press down a button like in other games. And that also makes it much harder. Because it essentially means you never want to boost when you're drifting or like in a turn. And you always have to have that in mind. Ah, traffic. So yeah, I would be able to drive much cleaner if this wasn't GP, but with this traffic you kind of always have to try and avoid it. You can't really do the clean drifts like I normally would do. Alright, so here's the track where Twin Norita is actually faster, because you can do like 2 shortcuts. Crazy Bear can do the first part of the shortcut, but I haven't practiced it and it's really hard as well. So I'm not gonna do it for now, maybe at Awesome Games on Quick, who knows. But yeah, this one got like a snowstorm thing going on, which makes it even harder to avoid the traffic, because you can't see anything. Ah. Ah man, keep hitting that wall. Okay, so now I don't have any boost anymore. So I gotta take it safe here. But yeah, that could have been worse. It's not too bad. Alright, this one is I think maybe the shortest track in the game. It's like 35 seconds long. Oh yeah, here you wanna hit the mines actually. Never mind what I said earlier. Like that. I actually like this track a lot. It's very short, but it's got a nice flow to it. When you time attack it, not in this. Because of the traffic. Because they already show up here. Yeah. Alright, and here's the last track of the second cup. Silence Nightmare, and this one got a shortcut on all the laps. On the first lap you wanna brake in the air to hit a jump bar, and with that you can reach the next side where the finish line is. So let's see if I can do it. It's very precise timing. Got it. Nice. Very happy with that as well. So if you press too much brake, you will miss it, and if you press it too little, you will overshoot it. So then for the next laps, you can just take the normal shortcut straight to the finish line. If you have enough speed, that is, which I didn't. Yeah, we'll have to save it here in the third lap as well. But yeah, happy to get the shortcut on the first lap at least. Alright, so third cup. This is, by the way, a pretty short speedrun. It's only like 30 minutes long. I start on Lightning Art Race. Cool track, no shortcuts though. So yeah, you wanna like max out your drift here as much as possible. And you're bound to hit some traffic here, it's just really hard to avoid it. But they did a pretty good job of it, I think. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Nice.
You're playing on the Game Boy player, right?
Yes, I do.
Are you using like a GameCube controller, or do you have like a GameCube to Game Boy Advance thing?
Yeah, I use a Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
I find them the best. You can also use an SP, which is pretty good. But I prefer the Game Boy Advance.
Alright. Got another $5 actually.
Oh nice, thanks very much.
Thank you.
So yeah, this track also got shortcuts. On the opener you can do it as well, but it's really hard and you need to use side attack as well, so you go to the left here. It's very hard. I can do it maybe like, I don't know, 5 out of 10 times, so it's pretty risky to do it. On boost laps though, it's not very difficult.
Oh yeah, donation goal. Donations are going to basically pay for airfare for the European and European drivers for the AGDQ F0 runners and one American one. So Ed opted out, so it's still gonna probably be like roughly $3,000 just because airfare is expensive for trains.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Like I'm more for.
Oh, pardon me. I'm pretty sure when I looked it up, it was like $900 in just airfare from here to there. So.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I live inside the polar circle, so it's pretty far away.
Yeah. Sweden and Netherlands for Yazzo and WMJ.
So yeah, here we have the sandstorm. So it works pretty much the same as what was on the on misflow, so you will see a bit worse here. Makes it a bit harder to avoid the traffic. You can stay on the sides here, and usually they don't go there, but it's still very hard to like do that all the time in these speeds. Ah, man. Alright, here we have another track with shortcuts. It's not really difficult on the boost laps, but on the opener it can be tricky. You need the right angle and the right setup for it. So let's see if I can do it. Oh, okay, made it. Nice. I didn't actually have the right setup, but I managed to adjust my line there, so I still made it. And then it's just very easy to take. Okay.
We have another $10 donation as well. Thank you very
Thanks.
Yeah, no, only one comment from the 4 donations so far. From Ben P. I think that might be BPA, saying good luck.
Alright, and here's the last track of the third cup, Illusion Lost Way. No walls, so you can easily fall down. There's also a huge shortcut on lap 3. You can do it if you have max speed and get a perfect drift. So, and like the traffic is right there in the way, so we'll see. I'll go for it, but my chances are not very high. So yeah, this track is actually pretty cool. I like it quite a lot. So going close there to the wall. So yeah, you want to do these drifts as much as you can. Alright.
Cutting those drifts pretty close to the edge.
Here we go. No, I didn't make it. But they will put me here though, so it still saves some time. But yeah, it's a very, very precise shortcut there, and I fall down again. So yeah, if you're playing this game for the first time, this track can be a pain. So you fall down quite easily. Alright, so that's the end of the third cup. Now only Platinum Cup left, which is a combination of old remakes and like remixes of F-Zero SNES tracks. Slow in the menu here. For these tracks you actually want to preferably use different type of settings that you can go through the turns a bit easier, but for the speedrun I think it's better to just keep the same settings.
Can you change between track settings? Or
no, unfortunately not. If I could, then I mean I could, but I don't think it would be pretty slow to do it, and I don't think it would be worth it.
Oh yeah, because it would cost time to go into the menu and back.
Yeah, it would be good if you could have like saved settings, but you can't, unfortunately. Alright, so this track is a remix of the first Muse City, and it got a very tight turn here, which is really hard to go through with max speed. Not doing a good job of it right now. See if I can do it on lap 3.
I remember having trouble like using White Cat with like the super grip and trying to go through that shortcut.
Almost made it. So yeah, that's.
You can go through there on boost laps. Wow.
Yeah. You can go through with max speed, but it's very hard. So here we have Big Billow. So yeah, it's another remix. It's the Big Blue track. Got some new turns in it. The beginning is the same, but then it gets different. And this one, actually, the world record is made with Blue Falcon, because you can go through the corners easier with good speed. I don't know though. I think maybe Crazy Bear is still the best option because of his opener.
Can Blue
It's faster
Falcon,
now.
drift at all?
Yeah, it can drift some. It's not a bad ship, but it doesn't have its good normal speed as Crazy Bear, so its openers aren't as fast.
In terms of like the non-Twin Narita like sliding stuff, is the Night Thunder second to Crazy Bear? I know in Grand Prix Legends he's Night Thunder's really good.
Oh yeah, I think I actually thought Blue Falcon was Night Thunder, so Night Thunder is used on this track.
Oh no.
I think. Yeah, I think so. This Night Thunder. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was surprised when you said Blue Falcon.
Yeah, it's hard to talk and play at the same time, especially this game. So yeah, Night Thunder is pretty good as well, but its opener isn't as good. So there's also what is it called? Great Star, I think. That one is also pretty good. It's used for fast laps, I believe. Alright, so here we have a remix of the Silence track. And I forgot the track, nice. Ah, I misjumped there, dang. There we go. Whoa. Yeah. I don't know, I've died quite a lot in this run. But at least it doesn't make me lose that much time, so. Alright, so we're nearing the end here. This track is quite interesting. Portan Great Wings. That was the one Nagleria talked about before with the 3-second fast lap.
Yeah.
You can do a very difficult shortcut here on lap 2 and 3 that saves a lot of time. Basically, it just jumps directly to the finish line. You like turn around, and
You gonna go for it?
yeah, I'll go for it. But you know,
Sweet.
don't know if I'll make
$5
it.
if you get it. Let's put some money on it.
Otherwise, you can just do that shortcut I just did. It's faster, but it's not as fast. I mean, all right, here we go. I'm not gonna make it on this lap, but one more try. Oh man. Now the traffic is in the way, of course. Yeah, no, I don't think I can make it. I can try, I guess. No, I can't make it. So yeah, I had to have a bit more speed there. So yeah, no $5 for me. I guess I can... No. Okay, I'll just finish this. I have to go for it.
Nice try.
You have to keep your speed through these corners here. It's not easy. I did it in my warm-up run, but yeah, it's pretty random. Alright, so after that track, the tracks will just be like copies of the old F-Zero SNES tracks. So no more like new turns or anything. Whoops. Oh, first time I missed the start. The timing of the start boost can be tricky sometimes to get. It's not as bad though as in GP Legend where it changes depending on what setting you have. That's a pain. So here you want to also use brake. I'm not gonna do. Oh, maybe. No. So that's what you want to do. But I lost some speed. Not a very good last cup so far. See if I can do it on the next lap. Nope, missed it. Ah well. So yeah, here you can't really boost all the time. It's a pretty long track even though it's only 3 laps. It's very tight corners as well. Hard to keep your speed. Like here, for example. So I gotta just go without boost here and then. But not too bad. So 2 more tracks left to go. Whiteland 2 and then Firefield. And here you want to actually use, you want to actually bounce into the wall on purpose. Might be the only track where you want to do that, not sure. But like in these turns here, gotta hit the wall. And you also want to use side attack here on the ice, but I don't have side attack on because I have it at double tap or L and R, and it can screw up your drift when you try to avoid the traffic. So I will have to go a bit around like this. Not too bad. Alright, so here we go, the last track of the speedrun. So the timer ends when I go through the finish.
Yep, I'm ready.
So usually on this track you want to use something called a long boost. The duration of your boost is longer, but you can't go as fast. But it saves time on this track because it's such a long track. I could be wrong, but it might be the longest track in the game. So yeah, as you notice, I don't have to take the dash plate like I did on the F-Zero SNES version. So here you also want to use side attack normally to keep your speed. Wow, okay. Alright, I'm probably gonna... Yeah, well, that's okay. Alright, here we go. Last turn. And time.
3401.
Alright. Not too bad, I guess. I got some shortcuts that I'm happy that I got them. Some I just completely failed, but yeah, just gotta practice more, I guess. So yeah, that's F-Zero Climax. I don't know what's next up, if anyone knows.
That would be Zero X Staff Ghosts.
Oh, okay, by WMJ, of course, yeah.
Yup.
Alright, so yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for donating as well. It really helps. So, see ya.